What's the number one challenge for businesses today?
Workforce development, attracting, recruiting, and retaining people.
And that's why we created this podcast, designed for the frustrated CEO, the under-resourced recruiter, or the overworked manager, to give you the tools to tackle those WTF moments.
It's time to open another workforce therapy file.
Jason Heflin here at the Kentucky SHRM 2024 Conference, Workforce Therapy Files, mini podcasts, and we're talking to Tonia Dennison. She is with Stupp Bridge. They manufacture, is it trusses and large parts of bridges?
Steel bridge girders.
Steel bridge girders.
Plate
Okay.
girders is another way to put it.
Okay. Great company. Our company, Crowd South's done a little bit of work with them in the past. They were great to work with. They're innovative. They're always trying to scratch around and figure out what the next thing is with talent. And Tonia and I were just talking about something that they discovered a few years ago. Was in the area where they're located, there is a Burmese population who have migrated to the U.S. Don't speak a lot of English, some cultural challenges, but tell me, how did you tap into that market?
Well, I partnered with business leaders around Bowling Green to understand that there was a large community there, and to get an idea of who was available to work and what their skill set was, and then just basically started advertising, targeting, working with Crowd South. As I stated earlier, we got lucky, and I got a couple of their community leaders, people that were well recognized and well respected. And once I got them in the door and understood what their skill sets were back when they were at home in Malaysia and Burma, and from there it just started opening doors left and right for us.
Yeah, I guess they kind of become like an evangelist for you. You know, they're out there preaching the message of what you've got going on.
They liked our work structure. They liked our shift schedule. They liked the type of work, meaningful work, because we're a large fabrication shop, and so they liked that aspect of work because it was similar to what they did when they were in their home country.
Yep.
And like I said, it just the floodgates opened from there. So
That's great.
Yeah.
Are there challenges with like the back office stuff, benefits, things like? Do they understand? How do you communicate those things when you don't speak the language?
Well, and then that is difficult. Basically, I worked with. We had a employee actually that was currently with us before I started there, and he graduated high school in the Warren County school system, and so he had really good English skills, and so he worked with me to help communicate to the people that their English wasn't as strong. And now I pretty much, even though I don't speak Burmese or any one of the dialects, I can have communications with them. Just, again, sitting down, you got to listen, explain. They do well with written communication. And if I have trouble or they're having trouble, I just grab one of the employees that has English as a second language, and their English is stronger, and we just work through it. But they do understand the benefits. They want benefits. They like time off. Another area that we're able to give them a benefit is we do allow them extended time to travel back home. We do a leave of absence for them if they ask for it, obviously, and want to. And we've done that all along at Stupp Bridge for any the refugees or migrants, that we will allow them time to go back to their home country. So.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Do the other employees understand that, why you're, the importance of that?
Believe it or not, they do. They really do appreciate that, these people are removed from their families. Mm-hmm. For example, we had an employee that hadn't seen his parents in 17 years.
Oh my gosh.
So they can appreciate that.
Yeah, that's fantastic. How many people do you employ in total?
We have 150 total employees.
Okay.
And right now we have approximately 20 people that are from Burma.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Malaysia. Yeah, I love it.
Well, like we said earlier, I remember when you started, you cracked that. You cracked that nut, and you were like, we're starting to get this. And it was just amazing, because I think a lot of employers are fearful of the work it's going to create, or the challenges it might create culturally on the team.
Yes.
But you're just a good example of how that can work. It's just a little effort up front, maybe a lot of effort up front.
Well, it is.
but-
And a lot of the managers at my shop were concerned from a safety aspect. Do they understand the safety policies, what it's like to work in a safe environment? And they really do. We have a weekly safety meeting, and there's two of the Burmese employees. They will translate to the others if they ask questions about what is the topic or what's going on. I had to explain to management because they were talking during the presentations, and I was like, they're translating the information, so we have to give them that opportunity to do that. So again, it's been a learning adventure for everybody, for them, for us, for management. So
and you said something early on that struck me. It's you were trying all these different things, and I think I talk with people about this all the time, but it's so important that you don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Correct.
You got to, yes, you have to have the jobs on Indeed. We do targeted advertising is what my company does. You got to be working with your local politicians and your Chamber of Commerce and your workforce board. You have to get out and network.
Yes.
You have to do it all. You can't just do one thing and think that's going to solve it.
Correct. It is multifaceted, and if one area doesn't work, move on, find something different that does work. When you do get an area that's working, stay with it and build those relationships and the camaraderie with people to keep that going, and then that in turn opens additional doors once you get out there. And recruitment in this day and time is not behind a desk or a computer. It's boots on the ground, and you've got to be out in the community where you work, and just partnering with schools, the universities, the tech schools, wherever you can get your foot in the door.
Well, I can't say it any better than that.
Yeah.
Appreciate your time today.
Oh, thank you for letting me join you. So.
All right, thanks.
Good.
Thanks for listening to the Workforce Therapy Files. We hope you learned something new, and we're thankful for the time that you spent with us today. If there's a topic you'd like us to discuss, reach out to us. Our contact information's listed in the show notes. Until next time, keep your head up.